Hello, this is Mrs. Koch. I am going through the notes for Wednesday, January 3rd, 2017. And we're going to be talking about square and cube roots. Square and cube roots. A square root is a number that was squared to get the desired answer. So and what I mean by squared is taken to the second power. We call this a square because the shape of a square has a relationship where the side times the side, or the side to the second power, gives the area of a square. So the second power is called square. Now here's an example. The square root of 25 is positive 5 and negative 5 because 5 squared is 25 and negative 5 squared, or negative 5 times negative 5, is 25. Each number has two square roots, a positive one, which we call the principal square root, and a negative one. Here's an example. The principal square root of 36 is positive 6. Now this time, since I said principal square root, I only gave one answer. It's a positive answer. A perfect square is a number whose square root is an integer. And remember, integers are those positive and negative numbers, like negative 5, negative 2, positive 13. No decimals and no fractions, only whole numbers and their negatives. Here's an example. 81 is a perfect square because the square roots of 81 are 9, a positive number, and negative 9, a negative number. Those are both integers. Solving square equations. So to solve an equation in the form x squared, or x to the second power, equals any random number, you're going to use the inverse operation of square. Now, in this case, square means take the second power. And the inverse operation of taking a second power is called the square root. And it has that almost a division symbol, but a little bit different, more like a check mark in front. And that's called the square root. So to solve the problem x squared equals 100, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. The square root of x squared is just x. And remember, there are two square roots, a positive and negative. So I added this little plus minus symbol in front of the square root of 100. My answers are positive 10 and negative 10. Solving cube equations. To solve an equation in the form x to the third power, or x cubed, equals any random number, you're going to use the inverse operation of cube, or third power, which is called the cube root. For example, x cubed equals 125. So we're going to take the cube root of both sides. The cube root of 125 is positive 5. For cubes, there's only one answer because when you take an odd power, the negative numbers will give negative answers and the positive numbers will give positive answers. So there's only one answer. If the original question was a negative number, the answer is negative. If the original question was a positive number, the answer is positive. And that is the end of Monday's notes.